Guys, welcome back. Welcome back. Today Adriana is playing against a international master for this round. So we will see all the moves that they played. D4, knight f6, c4, e6, knight c3, knight c6. She probably g3, bishop here, bishop here. There, knight, this one, knight takes, and rook takes. Queen e7 and knight f3. So that's the position that they are playing at the moment. And, well, seems totally equal. Seems totally equal at the moment. And, well, Adriana decided to play d6. Okay, the opponent is doing yes with his head. Yes. He knows that Adriana played really good in the morning, and she's also played really good previously, no? Okay, the opponent played d5. Okay, the opponent decided to play d5. He didn't want to play bishop g2 and castle. I don't know why, because it's probably the main line and probably the things that he has to do in this position. But it's obviously not a problem because it's totally equal. And now Adriana needs to find the best move for her, and let's see which one could be the best one in this position, no? Well, in this position, let me check, okay, he has to move the knight, of course. But unfortunately for her, she needs to go back, for example, on d8 or on b8, because if she will play this one, and she will lose the knight, no? So that's not allowed. Otherwise, another option could be going on e5. But going on e5, the opponent probably will take. For example, this one, knight takes, d takes, and bishop g2. And now is a strong bishop. So Adriana needs to find this move. That is probably not the best. Okay, she go back not there, but on b8. She go back on b8. b8 is also a good move. Okay, probably, as you can see, you probably don't like this opening because, well, she put the knight on the square where she started. And the opponent continued to say yes with his head. So he probably knows this about Indian defense, no? Well, okay, the opponent played a normal move that people place in this position, bishop g2. Okay, well, guys, for this round two, there is a delay, so unfortunately I put a 10 minutes delay. So if someone would like to write or say something, I can reply immediately. But you know that my answer you will listen 10 minutes later. Okay, So I know that that's a problem, but he's better playing safety and playing putting the delay there. Adriana needed. Okay, Adriana played e5. That is a great option because she closed the diagonal for the bishop that can just go just here. But the opponent played really fast c5, really fast c5 because he would like to destroy the center. But it's not a problem for Adriana because now she could just castle. It's not important taking this pawn because taking this pawn probably bring her to a fast lose game. So it's important be full concentrated and don't do any mistake in this position because the opponent tried to do some tricks to let Adriana to do some mistakes, but I see she's full concentrated and she's also not just for this game but for the others too. Okay, castling now is important, but it's also important developing these pieces too. Because as we see previously, okay, Adriana played really good, she castle in this position. So now if the opponent would like to take in there, that's not a problem because the bishop is defended by the rook. And yes, it took the pawn. It took the pawn. And Adriana now will take the pawn with the pawn, of course, immediately. Well, I'm putting the moves by myself, otherwise you will see the live stream and the moves in separated views. For example, the view will be 10 minutes before than the moves that has been showed on chess.com. So that's why I'm putting the moves by myself, seeing Adriana game, and that's in real life, but with the 10 minutes delay. So that's what's happened. That's why you don't see the time control and you don't see the other things. Okay, Adriana, the opponent of Adriana played queen c2. Okay, he would like to go in there and attacking the bishop too. So that's really simple in this position. Probably she can play knight e6, knight e7, or bishop d7. Probably bishop d7 is a little bit unsafe because, okay, this one, but the opponent can enter. Okay, attacking the two pieces. But you have b5 in this position that can save you. So that could be an option. Another one is going on d7 because now the bishop is defended by 2. So the opponent, okay, can go here anyway, but queen d8. And that's a good move, okay? Because next move for Adriana could be knight c5, blocking the connection of the rooks and the knight. No? Well, that's what's happening. That's what's happening. But let's see, because there are many options. Okay, Adriana decided to play the knight on e6. A good move, of course, because she probably would like to go in there. And probably next move of Adriana opponent is really simple to find because it's just castling. Okay, and maybe putting the other rook here. Rook c1. Yes, e-castle. E-castle, and next move will be really easy to find. Will be this one, no? But Adriana needs to be careful to play knight c5 because the opponent can push the pawn on before. Okay, now it's not important because he cannot take in there anyway, but if She will put the rook on c1. You have a good battery on the c file. So she needs to be safety. Okay, if she can remove this pawn, could be really easy, but if she can remove the pawn, okay, she played super fast anyway. Bishop d7, and let's see if the opponent play rook c1, or if decide to play other moves, or I don't know which other moves that he could do. Well, the position seems with not so many tactics, not too many things to do. They trading a bishop, a pawn, and a knight really easy because the game started 15 minutes ago, and they just simplify a lot in this position. And the Adrian opponent is an international master, so is obviously a not easy opponent. Of course, okay, rook c1 played by the international master that now has a good battery on this file. And Adriana needs to play, of course, not like this, otherwise rook takes, queen takes, bishop take, rook take, there, and the position is totally better because black is one piece down, no? We are right here. Bishop d7, rook c1. Okay, that's the actual situation. So that's not good. And which move could Adriana do? Adriana needs to play, for example, f5 could be an option for pushing this pawn, because the opponent cannot enter here because now he's covered by the knight, no? So seems just a little bit unfair, but is probably a good game anyway. She's not suffering too much. Okay, the opponent has more activities than her, but it's not a problem. It's absolutely not a problem for her. But she also at the same moment need to be careful, because it's really simple playing bad moves in this position, because okay, as you can see, she's suffering, she's not suffering, but she's defending the position. And if she will do some not correct moves, probably is not so easy to play, no? But well, if Adriana continue to play like she's playing, probably is not so bad. She can also play, for example, h6, g5, and pushing every single pawn. Or she can also play b6, because if the opponent play, for example, e4, can go on g6, pushing the f5, or queen e4, e5, f5, queen e3. Let me check, probably there is not, oh yes, the pawn is hanging. The knight is hanging, okay. But let's go. There are some moves that she can do in this position. But I think they played really fast in this first half of the opening. And now she need to take some time for, I don't know, for calculating. Oh wow, for calculating, yeah. And well, yeah, too much time. I don't know how many minutes, because as I told you, I cannot see. But well, it's not a problem. Absolutely not a problem. Well, Adriana is thinking, and well, another thing is she had to replace this queen in a better square because, well, as you can see on e7, it didn't play, is not playing totally good, no? But that's not a problem for the moment. Hey, Andrea, hey. Well, she's thinking, she's taking the time because she also obviously calculating everything. But for example, playing knight c5 here is not so good because can be played like this, and the position is the same of 2 moves ago, but with a pawn on before. So you give an extra tempo to the opponent. So that's why knight c5 here is not so good, no? But knight c5 could be an option probably later, probably not now. f5 is probably the best move in this position, just for trying to attacking the other side. But for example, playing g6 could be another option because she had, oh, but no, this one no. Not so good, not so bad, but not so good playing bishop here. But playing g6 could be another option because if she moved all these pawns that she had in the king side, that's good. That's not a problem. Probably f6 is the only problem that she can have, but all the others will be not. But I also understand there is not some simple position to play here, because it's not super fast plans. She needs to calculate deeply, and the opponent could play, for example, e4 next move, no? Getting the control of the center. Okay, this bishop probably need to be replaced because in this diagonal after e4 could be not so great. And the opponent continued to say yes with his head. Yes, yes, yes. But well, the position, if I have to choosing one of the two players, I probably taking the white in this position because his pieces is more activity, has more activity than the black pieces, no? But well, if black defended well and if managed to destroy this connection of the rooks and the queen, can find an easy way for defending and trying to simplify the position, and simplifying the position she can convert the power of the pieces that white has now. Okay, you also saw that in the game, in the tournament, there was a super fast draw. And that's happened sometimes when you play some tournament like this. And at the last round, a lot of players drew the last round, especially if the elo is close to be equal. So sometimes happen. Sometimes happen. Okay, Adriana is thinking because it's not... I tell you that she has to play f5, okay. But I also know that it's not so simple for her because, well, she obviously knows that the opponent has more action than her. And it's simple to analyze in the game when you're sitting on your own. Okay, she played g6. She played g6, as I told you, g6. Okay, there is not this option because, for example, okay, made a random of this one, for example. This one is not permitted because e4 give to the opponent more advantage, no? But let's see if the opponent is continuing to playing super fast like he played from now. And I think after playing g6, the opponent, Adriana prefer to play something like, well, something like f5 next move, probably. Not sure, but the plan could be that one. Playing in the other side. Because in that side, if she played in the queen side, so in this part of the chessboard, will be not so easy for her because the opponent has that strong, super strong connection of the pieces. But okay, could be really good for him, but could be also a problem because all his pieces is blocked in this action. So if we don't find a good way for converting there perfectly, he could have a problem because his pieces has no more activity than, for example, Adriana. And Adriana, probably the opponent knows that he's thinking to going on f5 next move, and he's continuing to say yes with his head, so he's probably be a lot of confident with his position. Maybe white cannot set a cannon with rook c1. Yes. Oh yes, because you see, you replied 10 minutes ago. Yes. And the cannon on c1 could be a problem. Let's see, because okay, seems really dangerous at the moment, but everything is defended. So at the moment there are nothing for white, because also the c7 square is protected by the knight, and pushing the knight, for example, on b4 and b5 could be a plan. I don't know. Okay, it's necessary also playing if a4, but it's 3 moves, and of course black could finding a way for protecting that. No, just playing, for example, b4 b5. No, b4 b5. Not sure if it works or not, because now this knight is hanging, but well. Oh no, come on, he can just take easily. No, why? I just consider to defend when there is an attacking move. Wow. So g6 is the last move that has been played, and now is the time for the Adriana opponent to start into thinking. And yeah, well, oh, let me check in this moment, because okay, we have some time, how the Adriana opponent, what Adriana opponent is doing. Okay, he won the first round against 1885, and the second one too against a 1979. He drew the second, third, fourth, and fifth, and 4 games in a row he drew against an international master 2354. He drew against a 2183, not title player. He drew against a FIDE master 2243, and he drew against a candidate master 2205. So, well, he didn't lose any single game, but let's see if he can lose the first game against Adriana. The game is obviously not easy. The opponent lost a lot of elo, of course, because as you can see, he's an international master, but his elo is lower than a candidate master, so he probably is losing some points. He lost some points because he's, let me check, how old is he? He's, birthday year is 1966. Yeah, the progress is, okay, it's not so going so deeply, but, well, for example, last time he was up to 22, was on June 22, 2024, 1 year ago. After that, he feel a little bit down, he grew up, and he feel down and grew up too. So he played constantly. Every single month he played a lot of games. So, well, it's not so easy playing against that type of players because they have more knowledge about everything, especially, okay, the opening, of course, but the end game, every single part of the game, they knows that really better. Really good, no? So he's not probably. I told you that they played a lot of moves really fast, but also um, probably not will be so so fast. So they don't finish so fast, no? Well, the opponent is thinking now. I think or the time control is close to be the same, or yeah, they probably has the same time at the moment. I don't know many time. Yeah, Andrea, maybe h6 on air, h4 white controlling g4, but probably white don't want to play h4. I don't know. Knight c5, but knight c5 is not so good because white could play b4. Yeah. Don't worry. Well, well, I have to write 10-minute delay. Yeah, 10-minute delay. 10-minute delay. So after g6, the opponent is started to thinking, and let's see which move could do. Because, for example, can go on d2 with the knight for going, for example, on e4, or well, I don't know. This one could be probably not so good. Probably e4 which will be the best option, or playing also e3 f4. I don't know if it works or not. Probably not, but I don't know because okay, I told you that now all the white pieces is controlling the squares, but they are forced on this file, no? But we have also to say that this knight is forced to stay there, otherwise black can enter here. No? So that's a strange game. Okay, the opponent decided to play. Okay, not the knight on d2, but the queen on e2. On d2, and that's a good move, of course. That's a really good move. Because next move could be this one. That seems really strong for going on with the knight on g5. No, I think it's the plan. And he cannot stop. For example, she can play this, but seems not so good because okay, can go there, and wow, yeah, seems a little bit advantage for white, but now black can simplify the position probably. Now d2. Oh, nice c4, yeah. So queen d2. Queen d2 has been played. And Adriana played super fast. King g7. Because king g7 don't allow to going on h6. And not going on h6 could be good. King g7. She played really fast this move. h4 for white. Oh, wow. Now, yeah, probably now could be played. Okay, I know you said h4 10 minutes ago because about the delay, but h4 could be played now too, because he start to opening this file, no? And wow, I'm liking it too much because after seeing the opponent continue to say yes, 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 yes. Oh, he played e4, not h4, e4. But now, guys, there is an option for going on c5. Because if white will play b4, there is this one. And now white win, no? So knight c5 can be played. And can be played also rook c8. Because now there is the option for simplify the position. And if white take, is probably an equal position. So let me check if e4 is good or not. Probably not the best one. First of all, because as I told you before, this bishop now has no action, no? White cannot simplify the position. Okay, he can push on f4, e5 and d6, but he need to spend 10 moves minimum for doing that, and just for putting this bishop active in this diagonal. But of course the opponent play too. He don't want to losing the time for doing that, no? So Adriana now has some good option. Probably rook c8 could be the best one, because simplify this cannon on the c file for black is better. But after this one, for example, going on c8 again, taking here, queen takes. Okay, queen now has the control of this file, but it's not a problem, because now black can continue to play. And now, for example, king on bishop b5, controlling this diagonal, don't allow, okay, allow to the opponent to going on f1 with the bishop, but, well, seems really good. And for example, bishop f1, if bishop takes, king takes, queen there, takes, and that's an equal position again. So e4 probably is not the best move in this game, in this moment. He's not the best one. Because allow to Adriana to simplify the position. And let me check if there are other moves to do. And here, I don't know, if play h4, probably rook takes, and rook c8 again. Rook takes. And can go there, rook c7, queen c7, takes. Same thing, equal position again. Okay, I know Adriana would like to play for winning and not for drawing. Okay, yes, she played rook c8. Perfect. Rook c8, really strong move. Adriana found all the best move at this moment. And let me check a thing, because I need to take in this. Sorry for what did you saw and for this too, but let me check a thing. Okay, at the moment black played with 92.5% accuracy and white 83.7%, and he blundered a move. Oh no, come on. No, I obviously didn't put the correct move on there. What's happened? Oh yes, because I wrote that is the move that has been played. So that's why. And I also have to promote rook c8 here. Promote. Okay, now depends what the opponent would like to do. Okay, let me check with these settings. The accuracy, just for know the percent of accuracy, 91.7 for white and 91.5 for black. So they played a not perfect opening, 89.5 for the white and 86.3 for black, but middle game is 93.9 for white and 95.6 for Adriano. So, okay, game will be longer than the moves that they played. And well, the opponent is thinking, oh no, he played queen e3. Queen e3, yes. Okay, and now Adriana, as I told you, have the chance for trading the rooks, because after this, he probably will take with the rook and not with the king, with the queen, no? Otherwise, rook c8, and now there is no check after taking there, no? So rook c8 is better for black too, as yeah, and that's what I told you before. So the only move here is playing rook takes, because rook takes, if rook takes, rook c8, the same moves, and now white is not forced to take in there. He can go here, for example, for taking that pawn. Wow. Taking here, taking here. But going back, this move, oh, bishop f1, wow, and knight c5, b4, knight e4, wow, super forced moves. Okay, c6 is better, but c7 is also good. Because after taking here, rook c8 and rook takes there. Okay, well, it's not so easy as I told you. Because this pawn is hanging. So Adriano needs to find a way for defending there. But probably there is not a single way for defending that. Probably this one is the only one. But after before, now there is the same problem that I told you before. Guys, let me 2 minutes. I go back easily faster. Okay, welcome back. Welcome back. Okay, Adriana didn't play yet. Wow, okay. Adriana didn't play yet. Okay, so she's probably thinking about the problem on e7, a7, this one. But I think also if she leave to the opponent to take in that one, for example, going there and go and taking there, rook takes, b takes. I think it's not a problem anyway, because she can go, for example, here. Okay, removing the knight, queen c7, attacking the pawn. But the pawn, this pawn is hanging. So h3, for example, queen takes on c3. Taking there, taking there, taking there. And that's probably the best decision that she can have. No? But I play super fast, but it's not so simple to finding that combination when you're playing. Unfortunately, I have no idea about the time. I can make some well, I can guess how many times that they are, but probably is not so good, no? Let's go, Adriana. Play like in the previous round. And like you're playing now. Because she's playing really good. She's... Okay, let me check. Oh, wait. I told you that in the previous round... In the previous round... Adriana was losing 2.6 points, no? But after the previous win game... Now she's getting 8.6 points. So probably not important about this game, but she probably can win some elo anyway. Not so sure, but if she will lose, probably she will be around 0, a little bit. I don't know if more or less, but close to 0. But obviously everyone here is rooting for her. So everybody hope that she will win. But winning this game is not easy. First of all, because the opponent is a super good opponent. He's a title player, international master. He play every single month, every single week. So she knows a lot of things, but it's not important. She can do her best and she can win anyway. So let's root for her. Okay, Adriana is taking the time because I think she has to calculate everything. Because, okay, the main problem probably is the a7 pawn that is hanging at the moment, and she cannot defend. Because if, yes, rook takes on c3. Well played. Okay, the opponent take with the rook, unfortunately, because it's the best move to do. And now let's see. Because b6 now could be played, but is not the best, because bishop f1 is coming. And this knight now is hanging and going there will be not so easy, as I explained you. But, well, no, opponent took, of course. And now rook c8 could be the move that Ariana has to find. Because I think she just didn't calculate going on trading the rooks because it was easy, no? That the opponent take with the rook. She probably also analyzed everything, and she also probably now would like to recalculate everything for seeing if that is perfect or good or not. Because if the opponent, for example, after rook c8 takes there and rook and king takes there, queen takes there, queen c7, more active, and can win this pawn because white cannot defend this pawn, no? For example, if you go there, check. Oh no, okay, rook takes on c1, of course. But rook queen c2 now, and he cannot defend it that one. Okay, probably with this one, but c1, e1, c2, and if she wants, they can repeat the position. If she defend with this, knight c5, and the knight is coming. Well, going a little bit. Oh, okay, here. Vamos, Adriana. Yes, yes, yes. Vamos, Adriana. You are totally right. Not so easy for her, but she can do. She can win. We are rooting for her, and she have to win. And let's see in this position. Probably rook c8 is the best move. Okay, this is also this move that could be played, but come on. Is ultra passive. And also permit bishop f1 to attack in the knight, no? So I totally don't consider rook a8. I totally don't consider this move that could be played, but I hope she don't want to play passive. Is more important activate the pieces and giving to the opponent this free pawn for having a more active queen than playing super passive like rook a8. So please, Adriana, don't play that move. Don't play that move. Okay, she's taking the time. Probably now, what time is it? 1 and probably is a little close to be, I don't know, close to be around half of his time, of her time. Oh, wow, no, she played b6. She played b6. But bishop f1 is coming. Wow. Rook a3 too. Wow. Not well. Yes, bishop f1. Wow. Bishop f1, and now she's forced probably to play this move, but b4. Let me check. Knight c5, b4, knight e4, bishop a3, for example, could be played. Oh no, because... Oh no, it's defended. No, 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 no. Like this. Rook c8, queens... Nope. Can take that for free. Well, b6 has been played. And bishop f1. And if she decided to going back, for example, here, free knight. If she decided to go in there, rook c7. So that's probably a big problem, that bishop f1 that has been played. The only way that I hope, but I don't think that happen, is the opponent don't play before here. But seems so obviously to play before here that, well... But let's go, Adriana. Let's go. You can win anyway. Let's go. Okay, this move has not been played. So well. Now she's thinking, and I think she's analyzing that she could be in a trouble. Because the knight has not good squares for going. No. Okay, she's playing knight c5. Okay. Knight c5 is the correct move, but now I think before is coming. Please, my man, don't play before. But there are no other normal moves that white could play in this position than before. So I think it's obvious that before is coming. Yes, before. Unfortunately, before has been played. And now, Adriana, please, knight e4. Because if you go back, knight c7, and you're in trouble. And she will lose a piece with these tactics. So 94 is the only way for saving her, for playing a longer game. I think she's thinking to move fast. Damn, this before is super, super, super strong, because now the knight is... Okay, Adriana played this move, knight e4, knight a4. So now which move can be played by... Okay, not this. Not this. Which move could be played? This one, for example. But she will leave this pawn, like playing rook c8 before. Okay, because if the opponent don't play rook c7, but go back, for example, on c1, make an example, that's really simple because now you can simplify the position. We rook c8. So, well, he's thinking, but I think it's a natural move going on c7. Okay, you probably don't find an easy way for winning something here, but if you play, for example, that one, oh, can we play this? Here, knight g5. Wow, super hard to find. Yes, rook c7 and rook c8 has been played. Okay, now the normal move is taking the a7 pawn. And after that, black needs to remove this queen from there. No? Okay, here is the position. Otherwise, if black don't remove this queen, bishop h3 is coming. But for example, playing something like queen c1 is obviously not so good because he defend and now simplify the position. And I hope that happens. Queen c1. You just need to play queen c1. But let's see. No, wait. There are no other ways for, because I was considering also that one, but you will lose a rook for free, and I don't think it's a good way for continuing the game for why. Giving him a free rook, no? So queen c1. I hope queen c1 white play queen c1. You are at two pieces in the same diagonal. In the same file, sorry. Oh, he's moving a lot. Adriano's opponent is moving a lot. I don't know if he's nervous or what, but he's moving a lot. I try to putting a best. Okay. He's moving a lot. He's just a... Wow. Wow. He don't stay still. Because I think he's calculating that he's in a moment where he is to find the best move. For Adriana, the best move... Okay, the first one is queen c1, as I told you. The second one is the opponent took the rook because couldn't take a free pawn, no? But Adriana also need to replace the knight too. Because, okay, now is there. Needs to replay this too. So let's go. Let's go. Let's go, my man. Let's go. Queen c1. Queen c1. Or rook takes on c8. But Adriana need to be careful because if the opponent taking there and for example, if she play, for example, like this, is coming. Brilliant move. That's a brilliant move, guys. Otherwise, okay, every pieces is connected, but wow, this knight, if the opponent can remove this knight, everything collapse for Adriana. Okay, he's spending a lot of time for this move because I think he's calculating if the rook could be trapped, or I don't know if he can find a way for attacking the bishop, the black bishop, the Adriana bishop, or what? Or going back on where there is a square. Here, for example, that is defended by the bishop. That's a perfect move for Adriana. Probably the best. But I don't think he will do that. Just in my dream. Okay, Adriana opponent is obviously super nervous at the moment. And there are also some psychological things that some players do during the game, and for helping them just psychologically, no? Like, be confident on your game, and your opponent maybe is better, but if you're feeling comfortable and you stay chill, the opponent can say, oh wow, why my opponent is in a bad situation and is really chill. Probably I don't see something. I don't know. I don't know. But because, for example, I remember one time that I do that during a game, my opponent has a move that could won automatically. And I continue to say yes, yes. I continue to do this. And I feel comfortable. I go to taking something to drink, something to eat during the game. And my opponent, okay, was in trouble, feeling my trouble. Felt in my trouble, and he missed the winning move. Okay, good game, Adriana. Standing up and going away. Good game, Adriana. Okay, and now the opponent is thinking, okay, Adriana knows the position really good. And now she's felt really good. Wow. And he didn't play it again yet. Wow, I'm shocked because I thought it was super easy. I thought, wow. Wow. Come on, took the rook. Or going on the queen c1. Queen c1. Okay, Adriana, go back. Adriana, go back. She arrived at the table. Eat something. Eat something in front of him. Or see the other games. See the other games. So the opponent thinks, oh, she know what she's doing. And well, I need to find something different. Otherwise I will lose. Because she know everything. Super crazy. Super crazy. Well, I don't know why it's taking so much time during this round for thinking, for doing a simple move that he has to do, because I think it's not so... Okay, he needs to analyze, of course, but come on, he's candidate, he's an international master. He's an international master. He spent probably more than 10 minutes for doing that. Oh no, he took the pawn. Damn. He took the pawn. Okay, and now it's his time to standing up. Adriana needs to replace the queen on e8 or on d8, for example. Otherwise, as I told you, bishop h3 is coming. Otherwise, she has also this strange move. That, wow, allowed to... Oh no, let's go. Not possible, that one. Oh, this one is a little bit dangerous. So, not good. Not good. And now it's time for Adriana for starting to thinking. So, guys, let me other 2 minutes and I go back. Well, guys, I go back. Okay, Adriana didn't play anything, of course, because the position is super dangerous at the moment, and she need to find some good move. Some good move. And it's also important, as I told you, to finding the way for removing the queen from there, probably on d8. Yeah, I like d8. But, well, if she didn't do that, it's coming. And it will be super bad for her. But if she find the move and if she plays the queen there or there, it will be not happy anyway, because as you can see on d8 and on e8, the queen is a little bit out of the game. No, so probably she's not funny anyway. Well, wow. Adriana played the move that we saw, rook c3. Super dangerous, rook c3. Because white can play this, forcing black to going back, because he couldn't take in there. Otherwise, knight takes, and bishop here, and is totally won for white. But there are no bad moves for white anyway, because the other one could be queen b1, queen e1. Then don't allow this, otherwise rook h3. And if black, for example, defend with this, it takes, g takes, and d1. And if black play e4, could take that. Super strange, I know. But could happen. Could happen. But this move is super strong because she didn't want to play in defense, but she just want to attack the opponent and don't play passively, no? Because if she will play passively against a strong opponent is the best way for losing easily. Otherwise, playing against a strong opponent like Adrian opponent, you need to find counter attack, continue to attack, don't stopping, because if you stop, if you play passive mode, one time your opponent punishing you, punish you. So well. Rook c3. Rook c3. And now the opponent is not shaking his hand again, and is super quiet now. He's super quiet now. And I was thinking, unfortunately, I cannot say you about the time that the two players have, but let me try to do a thing. Let me try to do a thing. Because I can find this thing. Okay, 10 minutes ago, Adriana had 22 minutes, and the opponent has 46 minutes. But the position was rook c8 for Adriana. So the opponent probably spent something like 10 minutes or close to that for playing rook takes on a7. So probably at the moment they are an equal time, close to be around 30 minutes. So they had a lot of time. The game is not over, unfortunately. Rook c3. And let's see. The rook is defended by the knight. That is defended by the bishop. They defend the queen. So, if one of them will be removed, probably all the others collapse. But now, for now, seems there is no big problem for the moment. Okay, the opponent is thinking where he could move the queen. Because, for example, if white will play queen on g5, as I showed you, that simplify the position, because, okay, black cannot take in there, as I told you. But, let's see. Yeah, let's play this. But probably is the most dangerous move that white can do in this position. Queen g5. Also, queen e1 seems not so dangerous because says, okay, I take a free piece, okay, bishop h3, but I can say with f5. But well, it's dangerous anyway. Other moves like queen d2, I don't think the opponent can consider into playing there, like queen e2. I don't consider in there. And he had no other moves, of course. All the others are not possible, like bishop d3, obviously not possible. So let's see where he decides to move in the queen. But everywhere, in every single square that the opponent decided to move in the queen is strong. So unfortunately for Adriana, is not a good sign that. But well, she's playing for winning. She's she's fighting. So, well, sometimes you find the best moves, sometimes not. But the game is not over. Everyone can make mistakes. Everyone can losing something. Everyone can played one single bad move per game and losing the game. So game is not over. Game is not over. It's not like plus 10 that okay, it's winning by the opponent, okay? But now it's a little bit more than 1.4, 0.5. So a single mistake can change everything. And also Adriana putting pressure to the opponent, putting pressure for give to the opponent to make some mistakes. And that's a good way for fighting, no? Okay, the opponent that spent a lot of time in the last two moves. Yeah, well, another thing is depends about the condition of the player because okay, the strength of the players don't change too much, but playing in badly conditions can make you doing bad games, no? And I obviously don't know about the Adriana opponent, but I also think that Adriana is feeling really, really good because she won the previous game playing really perfectly. She played a 97 or something like that percent of accuracy, so like a perfect game, close to be a perfect game. And she need to use all his last power that she has for this round, and after that she can rest for some days. So let's go, Adriana. Let's go. Because I know depends also about the Adriana opponent too. Oh, I thought he was speaking with Adriana, but no, it's impossible that an international master offer a draw. Come on, it's not possible. And the opponent close to Adriana in the other chessboard is seeing her game. Well, could be funny to know what he's thinking about. Rook c3, rook c3. Rook c3. Okay, I don't know how deep the opponent, Adriana opponent is calculating because, well, there are one, two, or three moves. Three moves there are. Just possible. Probably d2 could be not. calculated, so just the moves. Okay, probably is calculating deeply all the other moves too, not just... I want to move the queen here. Stop. Is calculating also all the others, but let's see. Because, for example, previously, he spent a lot of time for calculating, but he arrived in this position and he's spending other time too. Okay, I know it's better because everyone hoped that the opponent arrived with no time at the end, so Adriana can playing better than how she's playing at the moment. But let me adjust. No. At the moment, so well. He's thinking galore. He's thinking galore. He's moving. He's close to move. No, because he moved his body for pushing the pieces. But seems he's not doing that. Seems he's not doing that. So let's go. Let's go, my man. Which is your move? Wow, we spent really a lot of times. Wow. He's spending a lot of time. Now he's probably with less than 30 minutes. And Adriana, I know she has 26 minutes at the moment. 26 minutes. So Adriana 26 and the opponent probably close to her. So that's not a big problem for him. I thought he has less time than that. I thought he was close to 15 minutes then. 30 minutes. I don't know why. Okay, Adriana is tired. Adriana is tired, but the opponent is calculating again. He's calculating if he would go with the queen there. Because I'm seeing about his eyes that he's seeing in this area. In this area, so probably he's trying to move in the queen there. He's not looking for example, e1, no? The eye contact that he has with the queen is for going on g5, I think. But I hope also that Adriana is calculating after queen g5 because it's the most probably common move that he could do. So she can't spend more time later. Let's see. Okay, queen g5. Yes. Queen g5 has been played. But as you can see, no, you cannot see, queen g5 is an inaccuracy. Because queen e1 was the best move in that position, but is also not so bad for Adriana, not so bad for the opponent, Adriana's opponent. But now Adriana needs not to taking the queen, otherwise she will lose a piece. Otherwise, she will lose a piece. So please don't take the queen. Because as I told you, taking there, and now there is a big problem because queen is attacking the bishop. Bishop can go back. Knight can take on f7. Bishop can take in there. And he can take here. And is probably lost. So please... Oh, congratulations, Adriana. She played queen e8. Queen e8. Safety move. And now it's not easy finding a good plan for Adriana opponent, no? Because, okay, Stockfish says the best move is 91. But I don't think she will play that move. He will play that move. Probably can think to play this or these two. This is really bad. Oh, wait. Oh, wow. This is a blunder. A mistake for Adriana opponent. This is a mistake. Okay, but Adriana has just one move that she can do. Otherwise... there are some big problems, because for example f6 allow knight f5. And that's a big problem. Big problem. Oh yeah, go back. g8. Queen can takes on f6 and winning for white. But okay. Here we are. So f6 is not possible, but this one, yes. Because it's not possible knight f5, because bishop now can take. And he's winning for black now, no? The only move is h6, so queen need to go back. And queen can go there, and no, now activate the queen too. And after, for example, this one can be play something like this. Okay, it's a lot of moves that has been played, but are possible. But now Adriana needs to find the only move that can save her, h6. But I think it's not so difficult to find because, well, if she calculated, it's easy to find. Probably she don't want to going back with the knight because of, okay, come on. Takes. No, wait. Takes here before. Oh, because the knight was hanging, so that's not probably a good move to do. Knight h4. Knight h4, and the opponent played knight h4 super fast. Okay, Adriana pieces are not so well developed, but yeah, if she consider that the game will be really long to play, to be played, well, she can replace the pieces later. It's not a problem for her, so that's not a big problem. But well, let's go, Adri. She can save the position. She can save the position. She's going to do that move, I know. She's going to do that move. Yes. Yes. No, no, she's taking... Yes. Yes, Adriana, yes. Okay, okay, white has just one single move, so that's probably the move that he will play. Because the queen has no other squares, otherwise black win easily. So he will go back really fast probably. And Adriana can replace the queen and can play in that position. And now, okay, black is 1 pawn down, but his pieces could be more active than white pieces. It's not easy to find the correct ways because, for example, going there and going there. Okay, you need also to finding a good way for going. For example, if white going here, no, okay, queen knight takes here, queen c2, e3, and can take here. And now the pieces are the same. And he get the pawn that he lost some moves before. Okay, queen d2 has been played. Okay, normal. Was strange if the opponent played a different move. And now it's the time for Adriana again. And Adriana now need to find queen c8. And not, for example, g5, because it's not important removing the knight from that position, because she can play this, okay? But it's just a way for giving to the opponent a simple way for having an advantage, no? So, well. Which move? Yes, Adriana played really, really great. A really great move. Queen c8, and now the position is totally equal, as you see. But Adriana has 1 pawn down, so means that or she will get the pawn back fast, or the position is better anyway for her. And the two things are the same. The pieces are more active, and she can get back the pawn, because she can win the a2 pawn later in the next move. Wow. Wow, guys. And now it's the time for the opponent to blunder something. Because, well, first of all, he has to replace this knight, because he's completely out of the game. And, well, the only move that he can do is going on g2, okay? Otherwise, if he would play this, it's super dangerous, because opening this diagonal, there could be covered, okay, not now of course, but probably later by something of black. Okay, in the closed chessboard they finish the game. No. Ah, they just moved. Or oh no, they are continue. I don't know why I saw something like the they shaking the hands. I don't know why. Well, continuing to say Adrena game. It's not important which move white will do now, because next black move is rook c2. Okay? And, well, now is black that has this battery on the c file, no? But let's check the accuracy at the moment. I need to delete that 4 that has been not played. But just for the info, I tell you the accuracy that the two players have at the moment. And that's the accuracy after 27 moves is 90.6 for white and 90.9 for black. And now it's the time for being full concentrated, because probably the opponent understood that he will lose the pawn, and that's the perfect time where the player made mistakes. Because after making a mistake like knight h4, yes, knight g2, I said is the best time for doing for doing a mistake for the opponent, but he didn't do any mistake. Okay, now Adriana don't need to spend too much time for playing c2, rook c2. He probably has to analyze something about if there are some tricks or other things, because otherwise, if she don't play that move, okay, she could play c1, okay, but, well, it's not probably the best move that he can do, because he can do this, forcing to do this, and that's a little bit crazy, you know? But don't play c1, play c2 is the best, because I can take this one for free. Sorry. a3 can be played b5, and now it's time for losing something. But let go back on knight g2, because they didn't play that move. But it's super dangerous at the moment, because, well, all the pieces that Adriana has been connected by others, but it's difficult because sometimes in this position there are some tricks, some sacrifice that one of the two the two player can do, and if this connection will be loose, everything will be loose, the game in general, no? So knight g2 is a... What's happened? Okay, knight g2 is the good move that the opponent played, but now Adriana needs to find this move. Knight c2. Okay, I don't think there are other moves that she can do, because the only one could be b5, sorry, just to defend in this one, but come on, it's a nonsense move, because after this one you cannot go there, no? So you can take the space that your opponent gave you for counter-attack. And after taking there, because for example, a3, I don't know, taking here, no. It's important to finding the plan after that, because I think Adriana can find easily rook c2. Come on, Adriana. Come on, I know you can find rook c2. You put the queen on c8 just for that. Okay, she's spending more time than the necessary time that you have to spend for this type of position. Because I think she's a little bit scared about this knight is defending this pawn, and this knight is defended by this bishop, and there is defended by the queen, there is defending the rook. So everything is connected. But if something will change, probably is not so good for her. But now it's always is connected, and there are no problem for her. Am I close to be sure that she will play rook c2 super fast? Super fast. And after rook c2, black has the option for taking this and probably for going also to taking that one later too. Not sure about that, because okay, taking there, f4 for example. I don't know if she can play this, f5, and bishop take here. F take, oh what? F can take, F can take, and now Adriana is one pawn up. But a lot of moves. Let's see if she will play rook c2 first. But well, she is waiting a lot, so I don't know what is she's thinking about. Well, guys, I forget to tell you to say happy International Chess Day, because today, 20 July, is the International Chess Day. So, welcome, happy International Chess Day to everyone. And Adriana give us a present, a gift, playing Rook c2. In 3, 2, 1. No. Okay, let me check about the time, because I can see the time, but some moves before than that. After knight h4, Adriana opponent has 24 minutes. And he spent some minutes for playing knight g2, so probably is around 20 minutes. And Adriana before playing h6 at 21 minutes. So probably now she's close to 10 or between 10 and 15 minutes probably. 12 or 11 minutes, something like that. So she needs to find in that move. Otherwise, she could have some time problem. Yes, no. Since she was close to move, but she will be close to move, and I know she was close to play Rook C2. Come on, yes, she's moving. No, she's just take the pen. She's not confident about Rook C2, but her eyes is focused just on C2. So that's the move that she will play, of course. Totally sure about that. Yes, he's taking the rook. C2. Yeah, wow. Why she go back? No. Rook C2. Nah. She's not so confident with that move. C1 is good anyway. C1 is good anyway. But C2 is better, but C1 is good anyway. Just don't go back. Attack. Yes, C2. Yes, well played. Well played. And now, if the opponent would like to put pressure to Adriana, could play really fast because he had the time for calculating everything, and now Adriana has the time for calculating. But if the opponent calculated before and moved faster, gave to Adriana the pressure for moving. So, well, I hope she take his time. Yeah, come on, he played really fast. Queen d2. And rook c1. Rook c1, don't take the pawn. Rook c1. Rook c1. Knight a3 and knight c3. For going, well, to taking... Oh, for moving there. For moving there. Wow, that's crazy move. That's a crazy move. Really hard to find. Really hard to find, to be honest. Really hard to find. Because is probably normal taking here. Yes, Adriana. Great move. Great move. Great move. If she find a way... Every blunder is on the board, ready to be made. Yes, totally sure. Totally sure. Totally sure. Well, I have to write a thing on... I have to putting on my live stream. Well, rook c1. And now the opponent that played so fast now has to finding a way for replace this knight, and the normal move to replace this knight is going there, of course, no? But this move is crazy. Not here. This move is crazy. Well, I don't know what it can do. This one, maybe? But going back. Wow, super strange. So Rook c1 is pinning this bishop, no? So that the plan for black is going there for attacking the queen, protecting the bishop, of course, and attacking f1. But it's not so easy. Because, for example, if we play this, and I don't know, queen f6, for example, for make an example, no? Takes, here, this. Oh, yes, now we can take. Knight take, check, g2. Oh, no. No. Like, that is not so good. Taking that is better, of course. But there are a lot of moves to do. So I just copy, because if I, for example, I close, unfortunately, one window, will be really... oh no, because, oh yeah, I can find the moves online. That's not a problem. But Rook c1, super strong move. And now is the time for the opponent to thinking a lot. Super thinking. And well, I think now the opponent need to spend some time for calculating well. Otherwise, it could have some problem. Because knight c3 is coming, and knight c3 and bishop b5 is coming too after bishop knight c3. Okay, it's not so simple. Okay, now Adriana is a little big advantage, but it's like the advantage that the opponent had some minutes ago before playing knight h4. But, well, the moves is not easy to find, and she need to be really focused. She need to convert the advantage that she had in a bigger advantage, no? And she need to be really careful for finding the best move. And well, okay, I can tell you that after playing knight g2, the opponent, some moves before, when he played, well, this move, he finished to play that move with 21 minutes and 10 seconds, no? And in that moment when Adriana was thinking, he had 18 minutes. But as you know, she spent some time for calculating, for playing the rook on c2 that she played. And well, I think, you know, she could be close to 10 minutes, and now she need to be really careful. She need to be really concentrated, because it's the most important part of the game, where she have to convert the advantage that she got to a super big advantage. And now it's the time also that Adriano opponent can, for example, make some mistakes, because sometimes if you see that I told you before, sometimes if you see that someone is in advantage and lose the advantage that he had, he can play some stupid moves. Okay, the Adriano opponent is a super. good player because he played a lot and etc. But, well, it don't means too much, to be honest. Because every single game is different and the pressure that you have in a game, probably you don't have in the others. And, well, that's a big chance for Adriana. And Adriana needs also to conserve the energies. Not conserve, to use all the energy that she has. Because now is the moment to taking the advantage and winning the game. Come on. She has a big advantage, an advantage that could be converted in a super big advantage because the combination that Adriana need to find, okay, is really difficult to see because it's really difficult to see. But of course, she can find that. But for example, if the opponent play this, Adriana could play this and win. Could get a really high advantage after that. No? And if, for example, I don't know, yeah, 93 seems the most logical move because can give to the king to going on g2-2. So probably will be the move that the opponent play. Other strange move that can be played, I don't know, h4 for opening a way for going in the side, but it's super no sense move. So 93 is probably the move that the opponent will play. Otherwise, if he will go there, I hope he will go there, of course. And yeah. And after this, probably the opponent can resign. But well, the position is this at the moment. Queen d2 has not been played. Yet. But I would like to know how much time did Adriana when she played Rook c2, because okay, after that she spent not too much time, to be honest, but it's important to know how much time does he have. Because as I told you, the opponent has 21 minutes after playing at g2, and he didn't spend any seconds for playing 93. He played automatically, no? He's just spending the time now, so he can spend like 10 minutes or something like that in this moment because it's the most important moment of his game. And because he has also to analyze all the moves that Adriana could do later, because he could play knight c3, bishop b5, and that's the best combination that he had. So, well, not so easy. Not so easy, especially if you have not so much time that, like, they have. Okay, the opponent is starting to say yes with the head again. Yes, like before. Previously, the opponent at the start of the game, for the people that are arrived just now, at the start of the game, the opponent started to do yes. Every time in the opening, yes. And especially in the opening, the opponent has a really good position, in my opinion. He played really good, really accurate. But after some moves, and Adriana too, Adriana played really well, but the position seems a little bit better for white because he had more activities for his pieces. But after some moves, he played a no-sense move. I don't know why, to be honest, and that's better for Adriana, for us too. And, well, after that move, Adriana played super concentrated. She played every single move correctly. She played every best move ever. Because, for example, in some moment, she had the chance for moving a move. where she could have taken a pawn for free, because now she has 1 pawn less. Okay, and she can get the pawn back. No, she could take the pawn back, but she decided to play different moves, and their moves that she played was completely perfect, and in my opinion also not so simple to play. Okay, wow, knight e2. Knight c3 is coming. Knight c3 is winning, totally winning. Wow, guys, he's totally winning for Adriana. Knight c3, because he cannot block this. Wow, that's crazy. Because knight c3, if queen there, bishop here. And this one, knight e2. Check. Okay. And the queen, bye-bye. Wow, knight c3 is the winning move. Knight c3 is the winning move, and if the opponent play, for example, like this, bishop e5 again. Let's go, Adri. I know you can find this move. I know you can find this move. And I know also, that you know, that if you will play that move, you are in a big advantage. So be concentrated, and play knight c3. And bishop e5, winning move. Win automatically. Yes. Yes. No, why? You had the move for winning. Yes, the move for winning. Knight c3. Wow, another inaccuracy, another mistake, not inaccuracy, of Adriana opponent. Knight c3. Congratulations, Adriana. And now the opponent has no good move. He can go on f3, but... Oh no, knight, queen can take that. But probably rook takes, queen c4 check. e1, knight takes on b4, rook takes there, and knight takes on e4. Wow, okay, it's super hard to find, I know. Okay, wow. Knight c3, go back on knight c3 and let's see where the opponent will play. Will play the queen, because it's really hard now for him. It's really hard for him. And now Adriana has the KO move. Okay, probably now queen f3 is a little bit annoyed because, well, you cannot go in there. No? But otherwise, if white will play this, bishop b5 is the KO move. Because this, and you win the queen, and you checkmate the opponent too. So I hope the opponent don't play knight, queen f3. That is winning for white, for black too. And now I think the Adriano opponent need to take an extra time for calculating, but well, yes, queen f3. Queen f3 has been played. So Adriana cannot play bishop b5 now. But she can go here, attacking the rook, and now the rook needs to go back. For example, here. And now after this is winning again. She can go back and going on c3 again. Knight b5, come on. Adri, knight b5 and knight c3 again. Unfortunately, I don't know how much time does he has. But after rook c1, she had 11 minutes. After rook c1. And she didn't spend too much time for going on c3 with the knight, no? So, well, that means that she has the time for going on b5 again with the knight, and she had the time for analyzing everything, fortunately. Yes, she's taking the knight. She's taking the knight. Yes. Yes, go back. Good move. Perfect move. Wow. She's playing, guys, a amazing tournament. Because, yes, I just commented 3 games, but all the games that I commented, she played super correctly. And now another pressure to the opponent, no? Because it cannot save the rook and everything. Wow. Because, for example, if the rook go back on b4, on a4, knight c3, this one, and bishop b5. Or better, this one, checkmating one. Blocking here, so super passive, taking there and checkmate. Well, knight f4. If take there, take here. Wow, super great game of Adriana, but he's not finished yet. He's not finished yet. She has just a great advantage. Oh, wait, what's happened? Oh, he sacrificed the rook for the bishop. And now it's the opponent that is super passive. Because as you can see, this bishop is not cannot move. This knight, well, come on g2. And after playing probably knight d4 and rook c5, and say rook c5, queen b5, she can end the game correctly. Well, just a second, guys. Okay. Oh, well, the opponent played queen there. And queen here. Has been played, yes. She played really fast, so probably she has not too much time. Yeah, but come on, after going here with a knight, the game could be close to be over. Okay, could be funny, understand the time, but let me check with my other things for seeing the time. Okay, after knight f3, queen f3, the opponent had 18 minutes, and Adriana close to... No, wait. Oh, wait, no. That's not true. Okay, the opponent played a4, knight e4. Come on, Adriana. I know you play. I obviously know that you will play knight e4. It's the yes. 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 And queen there is coming. Well, okay, the opponent now has no many chance for don't allow to him to play queen there, no? Oh, well, queen c3, and after tradings, nope, knight there. Wow, knight c3. No, queen c3. That's crazy. A crazy move. A crazy move. Queen c3, knight e2. And the opponent is forcing to do that and checkmate. Sacrificing the rook. If Adriana will close the game, sacrificing the rook. Wow. Sacrificing the queen, not the rook, sorry. Sacrificing the queen will be amazing. Amazing. But there are other moves like queen c2 that could be played. And after taking there, knight f3, and the same thing. So if Adriana will play queen c2 or queen c3 and the opponent trade the queen, she could win sacrificing the queen. And could be the greatest checkmate that I can see in my life. In real life, of course. No, oh, she's moving the rook. No, why? Yeah, rook c3. Okay, it's a good. Okay, it's the best move. It's the best move in this position. But sacrificing the queen is different. Oh, because now she's considering to go in there with the knight for... Oh, wow. Oh, wow, because the queen is trapped. Oh, no, there are two squares. This is the first one that is really bad, of course. Probably. And the second one is... You will go there, here, check, h1, c1. And if taking there, checkmate it. Wow. Well, he went here. Knight check. Okay, king h1 forced. And now the best is c2. So, Adriana, take your time for convert your game. Yes. Yes. Adriana is playing really, really, really well, guys. Okay, and there are no bad moves, okay? The best one is going here. But going on c1 is good anyway. Wow. Okay, I don't think she considered other moves than going here and putting the queen on c3 and going on e1. Okay, because the problem is that the opponent can go back, no? But now can take there. Ooh, super dangerous. And if he go there, if she go there, wait, and the opponent go here, king c2, because he couldn't take him there. And if can... Wow. Sacrificing the queen. Yet another chance for sacrificing the queen. Let's see where she will play the rook. Please, don't go back on c4. Please. The only thing is not going back on c4. Playing in attack. Attack the opponent. Yes, come on, c2 has been played. c2 has been played. What can I say? What can I say? Okay, I think the next movie will be this one. Close to be sure that it will be that one. Or maybe knight h4. Adriana now needs to convert the big advantage that he has to a winning advantage. But let me 1 minute and I go back fast for seeing the endgame. Well, the opponent didn't play it yet. Didn't play yet because he knows that if he go back on d3, white can play this. Knight f4. Nah, stupid move. Knight there. Queen takes there anyway. Wow. Everything is forced. Everything is forced. Wow. Super crazy. Because there are no moves for the opponent for saving that position. That's crazy. Well, about the time, after knight b5 attacking before the sacrifice, wow, the Adriana opponent has 6 minutes and Adriana has 8 minutes. So they probably has no time in this position. And he's thinking, but I think he's really close to losing by time. What? A5? Okay, he's totally sure that he has no time at the moment. H4? A4? Wow. Rook takes on f2. Immediately winning game. Ah, queen. Oh, wait. Queen there. And let's play something like this, and totally win. Wow. Super crazy. He didn't play that, he played a5. Yes, she played the correct move here. And now he's forced, because now Adriana is attacking the bishop, no? Well, he can play this, but well, after queen c1 is winning. What he played? Wait. Oh, he resigned! Wow, congratulations, Adriana. Congratulations. Congratulations. Okay, let me check the accuracy now. Uh, 85% for Adriana opponent and 91.9 for Adriana. Because Adriana played the middle game really well. Really well. And yes, Lutz Cooper, it's a nice way for finish the tournament. Let's see the game from the start to now. D4, knight f6. Adriana was black. Oh no, they didn't play off. Okay. The first move that I moved was not correct because I didn't see the game from the start. Okay, the order of the moves were not correct. So probably the accuracy is higher than that. Taking here, e7, knight f3, d6, d5, and now it's been playing knight b8. Knight b8, that seems a really strange move because black is go back. Okay. But let me check a thing, guys. Because if I can see from here, for watching the event, no, that's not this one. Come on. Yes. Oh wait. Yes, I was muted. Yeah. Yes, correct. Well, congratulations first of all, because you played a really good game. Yes, your opponent made some mistakes during the middle game. I'll tell you. Wait a moment. Wait. You made a mistake when you played b6. Okay, b6 because for defending the queen that could take the a7 pawn for defending a7. No, when he played bishop f1. Yeah. I totally understand. But well, the moves that has been played was normal. Knight f4, rook c7, rook c8, rook takes. Yeah. Well, you played rook c3 for attacking the queen, and that was not so bad. But for me is a good way for continue to attacking the opponent, because if you play for defending, okay, you was one pawn down. And well, that's really good for me. He played queen g5. That was probably not the best move, but he had a little bit advantage in that moment. Queen e8 was correct, and knight h4 was a mistake, totally mistake. No. Knight h4 was a totally mistake because, okay, if you want to know about the how advantage that your opponent had in that moment was +1. After knight h4 was 0.0. h6 was correct, queen d2 okay, queen c8, knight g2, rook c2, queen d3, and rook c1. Rook c1. You didn't took the pawn, but rook c1 was the best move in that moment. And yes, I saw your opponent spend a lot of time for playing queen e2. Yeah, and knight c3. And yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but well, he could play other moves like queen a3 in that position, but after queen a3, probably you could play bishop b5 and you win easily the game. And well, queen f3 has been played, but when your opponent played queen e2, he lost the game in that position because no. You played all the moves correctly, all the moves that you played, all the moves. Knight d4, queen d3, rook c3, correct, for going on f3 with check. King h1. Wait. Yes. No, wait a second. Why? Because I put oh wait, I didn't put. Try to speak.
Hello?
Okay, now sorry, I put wrong. I put my microphone and not my headphone. So well.
We
Well,
don't
I
have much time though. So after that, rook c2, and then
mhm.
he came all the way to a6, isn't it?
After what? Sorry?
So I played rook. Ah, no, sorry. I played rook c1, and then what did he do? Like a4 or something like that?
A4 was a totally mistake because you
Totally mistake.
yes
Yeah,
yeah because you was concentrating on the other side of the chessboard and your
yeah.
move
But I,
was
I think
knight e4. Yeah.
he wanted to create some counterplay with the passed pawn, which I think makes sense
Mhm.
because he was also running out of time. So
Yeah, but well, I find some ways okay. It was really strange to do for sacrificing the queen because after knight d4, queen d3 has been played by your opponent, and you could play something like queen c3 or queen c2.
offering the trade.
No, because if your opponent take your queen, you had a checkmate. Because, for example, if you
Oh,
played
knight f3 and rooks. Oh my God.
yes, queen
Yeah,
c2, queen takes, knight f3, king
I didn't
h1.
think about
Yeah,
it.
of course. I don't know how many times did you have. Probably not too much. I saw your
No,
opponent play really fast in the last move, so probably had no time. And you probably too.
yeah,
But
yeah, but all the way to a6, and I was really proud that I found the rook c2 thing, like threatening the like rook c3, queen a6, and then rook c2. No, sorry, knight check, king h1, and rook c2, and
mhm.
there is no way to defend the f2 pawn.
Yeah, but yeah, well, when you played rook c2, you spent some time for playing rook
Yeah,
c2.
because I was thinking on another moves. It was like
Uh,
last minute.
Okay, but which other move that you calculated in that
Uh,
position? Do you
apart
remember?
from the queen d7, I think I was thinking.
Queen d7 wasn't possible because there was your bishop again. Your bishop there. Because he didn't sacrifice it.
My bishop is still there?
Yeah. Yeah, but no,
No,
no.
my bishop is not there. Like he took my bishop with the rook. Like I'm talking when I'm already a rook up in exchange of the bishop.
Well, after rook c2, your opponent played queen d3, and you go on
Oh yeah,
c1.
but that's way earlier. Okay, so we are talking about different positions. I was
Ah,
talking about
okay, okay.
like come all the way, like yeah, go forward because I don't have much time. So we need to go to
Yeah,
the end.
yeah, understand. Yeah, and your opponent, you played good because your opponent had no moves. The knight on g2 was forced to stay there. The bishop was pinned, so, well, you
Yeah, but
just putting
flash
the
flash forward to the moment when he sacrifices the rook.
yeah, he was forced to sacrifice the rook. Sacrificing
Yeah,
the
yeah.
rook was
So,
the best move in that position, yeah.
yeah.
Otherwise,
So I
otherwise,
was
well,
yeah. So I was talking after that, like when he sacrifices, like the
que-
position I was referring to is when he has already sacrificed and his queen is on a6.
uh, the queen on a6.
They're sacrificing the rook. Like I'm talking about like almost at the end.
Yeah, but you won the game after your opponent played queen a2. After you played rook c1.
Yeah, I know. I just want to like the people maybe doesn't know, you know.
Mm,
So can we talk about that moment, like that part of the game?
well, after rook
So after,
takes the bishop, queen takes the bishop,
yeah, keep going,
queen e3,
keep going,
queen c7, correct.
keep going, keep going.
F4, A4, knight D4,
Uh-huh.
Queen D3.
Uh-huh.
You played Rook C3, no?
I guess yeah, so was that the best move, right?
Rook C3 was the best move, yes.
Okay, so then he comes to a6,
And he goes to A6,
and then
check,
I check
H1.
exactly, and there is the moment that I was telling you, like is rook c2
Rook
the
C2, Rook C2 in that moment. Yes,
yeah yeah
was the best move there. Yeah.
okay that makes a lot of sense. Like that was what I was telling. It was last minute. I was considering like queen
Uh,
d7 to go to h3 and checkmate, but he could stop it just moving the knight. So
yeah, yes. There was also the other way for going to winning knight d7 and queen
yeah
d7 and queen h3.
yeah, but if I play queen e7, doesn't he has a knight e3?
Mm. No. But if you played queen d7 and your opponent played what?
Knight
Knight e3. Knight e3.
yeah
Well, it's not. Yeah, you had an advantage, but not too much because you can play rook
Yeah, exactly.
c1, rook c1, queen g2.
So that's why last minute I found rook c2 and I was like so happy because
Yeah,
that literally made everything way easier. And yeah, then it was just the end of the game. He lost some time, but I think he was like when I play rook c2. What did
yeah.
he do after that?
He played a5 because probably he had no
Uh-huh.
time because I saw you. He played really
Yeah,
fast.
but he doesn't have anything else to do.
Yes, correct, correct. Because
But and after
if your opponent go back, for example, because I said in live, if your opponent go back on the tree, you had
yeah, I
queen
just
takes
take the
on
pawn.
f2. You have queen f2 anyway, so that's winning
Rook f2.
anyway.
Rook
Yes,
f2.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so he did that, and then I took the pawn, and then he was about to take my pawn, but he lost on time.
Mm.
But if he would have played pawn takes b6, I was going to play queen c1. Is that the best move? Can you confirm it?
Wait, after your
After rook f2, so he lost on time there. But what if he takes pawn?
yes,
Is the best move queen c1?
yes.
Yes, thank you. Okay, I'm so
and
happy now.
and there are no ways for for not winning that game, of
Yeah,
course.
because queen takes pawn is also very fancy, but queen
Mhm.
c1 is unstoppable checkmate.
Yes, correct.
Oh yay, I'm so happy. You know, like this guy, I was about to tell you before the game, but I didn't have time. This
Mhm.
guy, I played against him in Maya last year.
Oh wow.
Same colors in his
Oh
switch
wow.
because he played English back then. I was so like not in the mood that day, like he beat me like in 20 moves. And yeah, so was the same guy, same colors, same everything.
Congratulations. Yeah, he's also okay.
Thank you.
His elo is a little increased in the last years, but he's an international master anyway. So winning against an
Yeah.
international master is not easy.
Nice.
So
How was the
congratulations.
a lot of people there?
What?
How was the audience? A lot of people?
Oh, a lot of people. Yeah, a lot of people.
Nice.
Especially in the end when you won the game.
Oh, nice. I'm gonna rewatch it. I
Okay.
really want to rewatch it. So look, I have to go because there's
Okay.
gonna be like flights in Germany
Okay.
and everything. But
Okay.
thank you very much. Thank you very much
You're
for everything.
welcome. You're
You're the
welcome.
one and only the best commentator and the best Italian in the world.